So let me get this right. The company that made money off of people paying to watch people fucking, okay, will no longer allow people to pay money to watch people fuck because the industry that fucks people out of money doesn't like the industry that allows people to make money off of fucking. Okay.
Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony.
Cash Daddies. Cash Daddies. Cash Daddies. Cash Daddies.
Cash Daddies is for entertainment purposes only. You'd be an idiot to listen to anything these degenerates say. Invest at your own risk, do research, but seriously don't listen to these ass clowns. Now enjoy Cash Daddies.
Welcome to Cash Daddies. We're banking fatties.
Some of us are.
Some of us are. Some of us want to. And just put out that positive energy. You'll do it. Howie is not with us today. He's too busy running diversity showcases in New Jersey, so he can't make it today. He's trying to help, Native Americans find their voice on stage. So he's not here. So you just have to deal with us. Chris, how are you?
Not good, man. It's like, I'll be honest. That opening scene in Top Gun where like Maverick is like bringing Cougar in. He's like, you're a little low, Coug. You're a little low. And you don't know if Cougar is going to make it.
Yeah.
And then Cougar makes it. And you're like, oh, fuck, he made it. And then he walks into that fucking guy, the bald head guy's office and says, I lost the edge. I'm turning in my wings. Yeah. That's how I feel right now with my trading. I
really regret asking you how you're doing because you actually answered it. And that is the worst. When you ask somebody how they're doing, they actually tell you.
Good thing you weren't here last week. Good thing you weren't here last week.
I'll tell you this. It's my pet peeve when you're like, hey, it's the Ask the Ass brothers. How are you guys doing? And then we both talk at the same time. And I'm like, great, nothing got accomplished.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. And I feel like pump the gas, okay? Believe in yourself, to quote a good friend of mine. Believe in yourself, okay? And trust the process. But sometimes you have to just realize you're going to take some lumps in your gravy, okay? Before you slide that delicious fucking mouthful of mashed potatoes into your mouth.
Okay. Evan, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Are you getting destroyed by a hurricane?
They said it was going to move west a little bit inland. Never ended up doing that. So it's just kind of killing New England right now. I'm just outside of it.
Are you now you're a Penguin? What are you? You're Boston. You're Boston. You're a Patriot fan too?
No. Okay. So
I've never understood that. How can you live in New York State and be a fan of like a team outside of your state?
I am 3 hours from New York City and I'm 3 hours from Boston.
Right. But you live in New York State, the Empire State. Where is your fucking state pride?
But you live in California. You're not a Dodgers fan like you are a Yankees fan.
Yeah, but they play in two different leagues, so I can make that happen.
Jets and Knicks. Bruins, Red Sox.
All right, guys. A lot of great things going on here at Cash Daddies. A lot of great things. We got a website now. If you want to go check out our website, it's cashdaddypod.com. That's cashdaddypod.com.
Cash Daddies Pod.
cashdaddiespod.com. You want to look it up real quick? I think it's beautiful. Really, really. I want to real quick. I don't know if you did this last week. Did you guys go over who looks the best in those drawings?
Yeah. And by the way, before we go too far with this, Cash Daddies from the jump has been about changing lives. Okay.
Yes.
And it's very important to note that
let's be honest.
Yeah, who looks the best? Well, you look like you're tweaking, which is always.
Wait till you see I'm going to talk about my special. I look like I'm tweaking in my special, but I'm not. I'm just crushing. I think Evan looks the best. Maybe
because life hasn't destroyed him yet.
Yeah, Evan looks the best because Evan looks the best.
Evan's
then Howie's second best. Gotta be honest with you, dude.
You know what? Howie, with the exception of the fact that he looks like a burn victim, no offense, Grizzly Whisker, because I know you spent a lot of time and he has tough eyebrows to do. I gotta say, Evan looks the best. Evan looks like he just.
Oh my God! Look at your face, bro. What are you, a fucking catcher, Smith?
Holy shit!
Look at that.
Well, Evan looks like he just graduated college, and he's like, "Hey, when's Woodstock 2021 going? I'm ready to just get out there and fucking rumble."
Yeah, so it goes
down.
power rankings. Obviously, a little E looks the best.
Yep.
Then Howie, I got to go too, and then it's a battle for last between me and Neff for sure, for sure.
I'm gonna go with tweaking last and catcher's mitt second to last. Okay, and obviously Grizzly has done something that's really tough to do, which is convey the dead inside quality I have in my life through
Dude,
my
your
face.
hair lip is the best part of that, and your haunted teeth.
Hey,
Those
I
are the
will
two
say
best-
this. Look at this. Look at this. I think he got my gap a little bit tighter than it is. So I'll take
he
it.
actually showed you kindness. But
Yeah.
Grizzly Whiskers, I sent you an email. You didn't hit me back. I'm very sad about that.
Well-
So I need some work done.
Well,
Anyway,
here's the thing. People come up to me all the time and they say, "Thank you for changing my life." And by people, I mean
voices in your head.
yeah. Thank you. You know when you're on stage and you forget the punchline and the audience yells it out
Yeah,
because the joke is just so easy.
never happened to me, but go on.
Well, it's nice when we find out this community of ours is they're not only changing their financial lives. And by the way, you want to talk about our guest coming up who's crushed it in crypto.
But before we
there's-
get into that, can I
Yeah.
just say a couple things?
yeah,
Guys,
so
if you have a moment, go to samtripoli.com. I have a bunch of new dates up, some stuff that's going on. I know a lot of you guys listen to Tinfoil Hat. The big 500th episode is happening October 16th, and we're more than over halfway sold out, and that tickets were just up a week, so grab them. There's 2 shows. There's this podcast at 7, and then there's a stand-up show after, and then my new special called Zero Fucks debuts on my website, and that will be for free on Monday morning. So
Hey,
you'll
let me
be able
just
to check-
stop you there. Your old special was called Zero Fucks.
Oh yeah.
Your
It's called
new special
is
is
called
called
No
There Will
Lives
Be
Matter.
Tears.
No,
Okay.
it's called No Lives Matter.
No Lives Matter. I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, man. Word on the street is Tinfoil Hat 500 is going to be like the next biggest thing to break Vegas. I've got people asking me, they're like, what, can you hook me up with backstage tickets? Can I get in the green room? And I haven't even discussed this with you. I'm just assuming you don't want me there. So I don't know what to tell these fans of yours.
Dude, listen. So here's what I'm trying to do.
Mhm.
I'm trying to do 2 shows on Saturday with Tinfoil Hat. The Conspiracy Social Club 100th, we're trying to figure out a place to do on that Friday.
Right.
But what if we did a Cash Daddies live show early during the
shit.
day?
Okay. I just had a brainstorm.
Oh my god.
Vegas Larry, this is that line from Eminem's hit when he talks about your life.
You sound like a substitute teacher trying to connect to the youth right now.
Okay, right. But he says, "This is your moment. Are you gonna slip it? Or do you want to capture it?
Hey, Mr. Neff, what does this have to do with history? But go check out my special hashtag No Lives Matter on samtripoli.com. It's 38 minutes. It's I just shot on an iPhone, and it's meant to be underground, dog. It's an underground special. Just put out, fun, running, gunning, and I hope you enjoy it.
Congrats, Sam. As a comedian, I will tell you certainly how hard it is to put out a special. So I think this is your 5th. Congratulations. I can't wait to listen to it. I've listened to a lot of it because I've worked with you recently, and I will say I think it is your best work. So
Thank you, dude. I love you,
yeah.
buddy.
So go out there and listen to it. Guys, Howie obviously got stuck in the rain. I think we should probably jump into it. Although, just to circle, hold on. This is my new thing. I don't know if you guys are going to be into it or not, but my new thing is when I forget something, I'm going to say, let me circle back to you on that.
I hope you don't say it 1,000 times during this
that won't get
podcast, because
old.
that would get so annoying.
Yeah.
I think it's a good hook.
I think.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what?
I just hope.
You know what?
not.
I'm going to circle back to you. on that
Okay, it's already
opinion.
gotten old,
is
and you're too in.
So,
You're
so
too in.
back to changing lives. Grizzly Whisker, who is one of these great people in the Discord. He sent me a text, and he wanted, obviously he did that amazing graphic, and he says, I just wanted to thank you guys and the Cash Daddy community for getting me hooked up with these gigs. It inspired me to pursue this path that I probably wouldn't have otherwise. I finally secured a new job earlier today, and it ended up using the design I made for you guys as part of the portfolio. So I want to thank you personally. I appreciate it, all the work you guys put in. And it's because of you guys, I was able to make some huge positive changes in my life, and I will never forget that. And I want to tell you this, Grizzly Whisker. You did this on your own, okay? We may have been a part of it, but ultimately you made that decision, and I am grateful that that happened. So congrats.
That has always been the purpose of this show. When people come see me live, I hear them say, hey man, I started my own business. I started doing that. And I'm telling you, man, no matter what you do, crypto, no matter stocks, buying guns, whatever it is you're doing, man, you got to take control of your future and your career. And there's nothing wrong with working for people. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there's something special about being your own boss and making your own hours and just being able to do what you do, what you're passionate about. Oh, I don't know what I'm passionate about. Yes, you do. You just haven't taken a hard look at it. And whatever it is, whether it's, care.com, housekeeping, handyman stuff, OnlyFans, we'll get into that hopefully today. It's just like all that stuff, Patreon, Rockfin. The internet is a way to become your own boss. Okay. And that's why I hope you get from the show, no matter what you're buying into, whether it's stocks or crypto, try to figure out a way. And the final thing I'm going to say about that is I don't care how many jobs you're already working, find your own way. It's like Joey Diaz says, you got to have the immigrant mentality. Like that's what it's all about, man. My parents did it. And your parents did it, and your great grandparents did it. They worked multiple jobs, whatever it took to get it done. You can do it. The only thing, the difference between you and those who are doing it now is that the others did it. You just got to do it.
Absolutely. And with that, Tony Robbins, we will circle back to you after this interview. Let's do it.
Enjoy, Eli. All right, let's get into it.
All right. Can I do the intro, or are you going to fuck this up?
No, I'm not. I don't fuck shit up, dude.
All right.
I just rearrange.
Okay. Joining us now, very stoked to have him on the show. Hilarious musician and comedian. You've seen his work on the Howard Stern Show. He's done Blow with Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. Okay. We don't get guests like that every day. Give it up, everybody, for Eli Braden. Thank you for joining us, Eli. How are you?
What up, fam? I'm just vibing, That's how my kids talk. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Eli, how many kids you got?
I have 2 kids. I have a 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's
I since we've last talked, which was a couple of years ago, huh? I mean, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
I had 2 twin daughters, Ghost and
congratulations.
Ninja. Yeah, they're Ghost. That's their names, Ghost and Ninja.
For real?
Yes.
How old are Ghost and Ninja?
A year and a half, brother.
Wow,
we just
that's
went on the
amazing.
choo-choo train today. They mind blown.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's so easy to be a god at that when you're just like, I'll show you what a choo-choo train is.
Wait till they're 14.
That's the greatest. That's right. Let your mother know that.
You're no longer a god when they turn 14.
Yeah, I
Heads
know
up,
that.
spoiler
That's like,
alert.
whatever, you fat ass, whatever, stupid. It was like Jeff Foxworthy. They had a joke about that because he's like, I know when she's 18, she's gonna be sitting in Trans Am talking this fucking asshole. So I look forward to it. Eli, you also are working on a new show, right? On television. You're doing you're the voice of what's the name of that game show?
Well, I was a challenge producer. I've been working in game shows a lot the last couple of years, and I was a
Hey,
challenge.
we all
producer
have
on-
to do it at some
You
point.
got to do it. You got to.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. Make that cheddar.
I mean, I want to get on Prices Right, and those ladies on there. That might be a nice place for some, pickups, I don't know, but
are there some Barker Beauty still, or did the diversity people ruin that?
you know what? That's probably done now too, to be
We
honest.
got a bunch of like purple haired woman soccer players now displaying,
just
like
glaring at you, with a scowl,
yeah,
don't
we
you
can't
even
have nice
think
things
about it
anymore.
I think the last game show that slid under the, they were grandfathered in was what was the one with all the suitcases? They have like a bunch of hot.
Oh yeah.
suitcases.
Greed?
What?
No, with Howie Mandel.
Yeah, and then that's where the Queen was on.
I can't even think of it.
Wait, the actual Queen of England?
No, like the dude, Harry, the redhead, married the black chick.
Deal or No Deal.
Deal or no deal.
That's
no,
right.
that wasn't it, was it?
That's not a queen. That's a guy.
No, dude. She's a princess, not a queen.
Look,
Meghan Markle, was she on Deal or
You
No
called
Deal?
her the queen, you ding dong.
Yeah, Meghan Markle was on Deal. Is it Deal? It is Deal or No Deal,
Wow.
bro.
There's like 20 girls up there, 25.
Now
girls.
nowadays that would be like, there'd be like at least 3 trans women.
Yeah.
And
I
they would be
feel
wearing,
bad
like-
for Eli.
Well, I don't understand what's wrong with that.
There's
Well, we're having
absolutely
3
nothing wrong
trans
with it.
up
I'm just saying a fact. I love it. I'm the
Yeah,
most
dude.
progressive person you'll ever meet. But
Yeah, well, Neff is transitioning. He's afraid he'll lose you as a
Oh,
friend,
God.
so don't worry about it.
I relate to Neff when I listen.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at too.
Listen.
I'm the guy. By the way, I became what tiny little smidgen level of fame I have is all due to being on the Howard Stern show. Back in 1999, when I first discovered that show, I was young Mr. PC, early 20s, woke. Like I was like, Howard Stern was a monster to me. Like I was like, that guy's awful. Everything I've heard about him is awful. The only reason I ever became a huge fan is because, back in those days, you would turn a radio dial. You would have no idea what you're listening to. I was like driving around in San Francisco. I found this show. I'm like, oh my God, this is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And then they go to commercial. It's like the Howard Stern show. I'm like, oh, everybody's wrong. He's a genius. This show is the greatest.
How many songs have you written about Robin's tits?
I would say, it's at least 800, honestly. Yeah, for real.
You know what's so interesting? We were just having a talk. I was talking to a couple of my friends about this. Supposedly, there's this rumor out there that nerds have big dicks, right? And I'm like, okay, that's great. But then you always see like these
people.
PC chick and they're really angry until they meet like a gorilla. And then they get gorilla humped. And then they're like, oh my God, they're like suddenly conservative. They're waving the American flag because they got their brains scrambled.
Now,
I don't know about this phenomenon.
It's tall guys. It's tall guys. Every woman will tell you this. They like tall, skinny guys because their hammer stretches to their kneecaps. That's a fact.
Well, Chris,
That's
you're
not
skinny.
fact.
Are you, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Yeah. I mean, so you got it going on, bro.
How big's your hammer?
We've been over this, dude. 7.5. I don't roll with 6.
I'm at
like
6
you.
on my tippy toes, bro.
Yeah. And we've been over this. I'm not measuring from the ring either. So it's
Where are you
straight
measuring
7.
from?
The base, bro.
Yeah,
Straight
me too,
7.5.
bro. Me too. I pushed the ruler hard in there, though. No, make no doubts about
Oh,
that.
you put the ruler inside?
No, I put the ruler right at the base, at the bottom.
Oh, I thought you were
Anyways,
going-
welcome
I
to
was
our
watching-
financial show.
I was watching porn the other day, and I was just thinking, when are they going to come up with a thing? Like I guarantee this is going to happen at some point. And by the way, speaking of finances, somebody's going to get very rich off this. When you can get something you put on your dick that gives you another 2-3 inches, but yet
They
gives
have
her
them.
that extra pleasure, but yet you still get all the pleasure you have. And also, is that already happening? I don't even know.
Where have you been?
I've been raising children. I've been
Very
raising
Yeah,
good
children.
children.
he's had
My
a life
kids know
now.
about
He's
this.
not
My
hanging
kids-
out at the adult bookstore getting the latest fucking
Yeah, they're
tips
called
on the street.
They're called mushroom caps, and you
Oh
can.
wow, okay.
Yeah, they're like you just pop them right on. Now,
Have you
yeah,
tried it?
No, of course I don't need that.
You don't
for
need
me.
it. Okay,
that's
right,
like a
okay.
performance enhancing drug. I don't need. Okay.
Okay, listen. to me.
I'm all for
This
performance
guy.
enhancing drugs, by the way. But okay.
First of all, I don't know. Listen, you don't need any cap. You just need to find a girl with a smaller vagina that fits you. You know, I mean, if
Yeah.
you gotta go OJ, you gotta get a tighter glove. That's what you gotta do, dude.
I have to
you
be
need the
honest.
isotoner.
In this
Yeah.
environment, I don't even want to have sex with women because I feel like I'm just going to get Karen'd in bed, and they're going to be like, what did you call my pussy? And I'm like, your pussy.
Neff, what are they gonna take from you? One of your cats? You got nothing they want to steal.
I don't know, man. I we hear about all this stuff about the environment. I think when you actually interact with like real world women, I don't really find any of them actually being like this handful of people that are on Twitter.
Listen,
like,
I know that not to get into politics here because I don't, but everything that's happening in this town with these lockdowns is happening in New York City and LA. The middle of the country, nobody cares about anything.
Right.
And it's being done here. And this is what we're talking about with the Me Too thing. It's all done in LA, New York, because that's where all the social media influencers are. And
where the money is.
Reverberates through the rest of the country. Nobody cares about any of it.
Right. You're absolutely right. But I can't get into any of that because we started with, I was the challenge producer on Family Game Fight on NBC with Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard as stars. And I was a challenge producer. And one day we were doing a test run and some executive was like, I was doing the announcing at this test run. And some executive was like, let's just make that guy the announcer. And I'm like, hell yeah. So now I'm the announcer on NBC. If you go on IMDb for Family Game Fight, there's 3 stars listed: Kristen Bell, Eli Braden, Dax Shepard. I'm getting billed over Dax. So I kind of feel like a little bit like I'm in a throuple with them. I mean, I don't know. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean,
I used to watch Dax Shepard when he was at Groundlings way back in the day.
Yeah. Funny guy, right? Very funny guy.
Dude. Lot of like stars coming out of there, man.
Yeah.
A lot of of that Groundlings, man.
For sure.
So let's get into some investment talk here,
Let's
man.
do it. Let's do it. But by the way, this is just to pull the shield off or the cover off. It's Sunday night.
It's called a mushroom cap.
Or
the
the curtain
off.
back, whatever.
Pull the curtain back to look at the audience, break the fourth wall. It's Sunday night. Bitcoin is banging its head against 50 grand. It's been doing it for a few days. It's getting really close. And guys, if it hits 50,000, if it can break it, we are to the moon, not just with Bitcoin, with everything in crypto. And
what do you think the cap
and
is,
just
dude?
Quick interjection. I have a side bet with these guys that it will not end the year above 50.
Well, it might not end the year before 50, but it could very well finish higher.
No, dude. Neff, you had a bet that would go down to like 44, or was that?
That was for the week. He thought I'd be at like 42 by the end of the week.
I already paid you on that bet. You guys won.
I don't remember getting paid.
Oh, boy.
We've been over this. I Venmoed it to you.
Check the Venmo.
Like, oh, yeah, I got Venmo. You never even said thank you.
Sam's too successful to even check his Venmo. He just
I am,
got like
dude.
10 grand in there.
You've made it when you have Venmo money just rolling in and it's just dinging and you're just like, yeah, I don't have time to look at that.
That's like, when they say Bill Gates, it's not worth his time to reach down and pick up a $100 bill. It's like Bill Gates. That's kind of a dated reference, I guess. Elon Musk, it's not worth his time to bend over and get $1,000 bill. Anyway, though, with crypto, everything here's the beauty of crypto over stock markets. I've been into crypto for only 4 months, but I swear to God, it is all that I have done for the last 4 months.
You're basically saying you love the action.
I emailed you last night, Chris. I bought just randomly. I knew nothing about crypto. I bought Dogecoin at 6 cents. Doge, 6 cents back in April. A week later, it was 32 cents. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this world?
So Eli, what's so crazy is like, and you've pretty much, if you've only been doing it for 4 months, you've kind of been into this stagnant time where crypto is kind of like going down. Will you agree?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, remember we were all just like, boom, I'm buying this, I'm buying that, I'm buying this. We're all like rappers and pro athletes. We're just buying white tigers of crypto. We didn't give a shit. And then it just, for whatever reason, and we can get into that, it just went super stagnant. So now it looks like something's happening.
Well, it's a very predictable thing. And that's the beauty. I mean, if you really listen to a lot of voices within crypto media. And by the way, I know you guys follow crypto. Maybe Evan's an exception here. You guys follow crypto. You guys invest in crypto. You know so much more about the stock market as a rule. But like if you really follow, by the way, I couldn't believe you guys didn't even know what stable coins were. No offense, but like you.
Oh, hold on. Us?
No,
I
that's
didn't.
that guy.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't.
I
It
got
was
that
just,
out of
it was just
Eli.
okay.
Eli, in fairness, this is the beauty of our show. We admit we are retards, but what we want people to understand is this is a learning curve for all of us.
Absolutely.
But we would rather you come here and listen to Mushroom Caps than watching Fast Money or that fucking shill Jim Cramer.
Oh, that
and,
piece of shit.
Yeah, and talking that crap up at the water cooler.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here.
And that's why I love the
this
show. No, and that's great. And you guys aren't idiots, so you know a shit ton. I was just a little surprised about the stablecoin thing, just given you how much you do know about crypto.
Dude, you got to understand, dog. I'm just running and gunning, dude. I'm just running. We don't even run. We don't even huddle up for our plays. We just like run out, and if you're open, I'll hit you. That's how we that's how we do it.
I feel that. I feel that. And it's great. It works. I was just a little like, wow. But the crypto thing, what's amazing about it is it's so much easier than the stock market because it just everything goes up, then everything goes down. Then everything goes up and everything goes down. And like when I got into it 4 months ago, when I didn't know shit, I was like obsessively learning about everything. I'm like, I want to buy this, I want to buy that. And then it all went down and I'm like, I'm underwater and all this shit. But instead of panicking the way 90% of newbies do,
you bought that dip like a fucking G.
I just kept buying. I'm like, I know this is going to go up. It might be this year. It might be next year, but all this shit is going up. If it's a quality coin, if it's not some safe fucking moon, safe whatever bullshit, it's going to go up. And dude, I have never sold a crypto at a loss, and everything I bought during the down, it's all above now. It's following Bitcoin. I'm just swimming in profits. It's amazing. I fucking love this speculative industry. It's amazing.
I do love it too, man. It's a lot of fun. It is like crypto's very interesting because you kind of got to go, okay, what's its practical use, or you don't, and you just buy it and you hope and pray. Whereas in stocks, right, you got to understand what is the market, what does this company do, how, what's it projected?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point, Sam. But like, you think it's also like you look at crypto and you're like, what does this do? And you're like, compared to stocks, compared to companies, we see companies have success. But and this is where Richard Hart comes in, because I would love that you had Richard Hart on. I'm a big fan of his. He's a little crazy, he's a little over the top sometimes.
He's a fucking gangster.
I love
it.
He's super smart. And this is the point he makes about how people talk shit about crypto, what you just said, Sam. But when you look at the stock market, if you own, let's say, you own $100,000 of Amazon stock, what do you own? Are you controlling Amazon? Do you have any say in anything Amazon does? Are you getting paid dividends? Are you getting any money from stock buybacks? No. You're just watching a company that, oh, by the way, as successful as they are, only started becoming profitable a year ago.
By the way, I just pulled the chart on Amazon. They're at their exact level they were in July 2020. So if you bought Amazon July 2020, you're at 0% gain right now.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. You got to really ask yourself, and I'm not a fan of Amazon, and that's a different podcast to get into.
No, it's not. We talk about stocks on this show.
I know, about that. Why I don't like Amazon, because I think it's a front for the U.S. government. That's my opinion. Okay, but my whole thing is like, okay, how is Amazon at the same number it was in 2020 when so much shit has been shut down and Amazon's like the only thing running? It's like everybody's buying off of Amazon all the time. They've made it so easy. So the question is, where does it go from here?
Up.
It'll go back up. But again,
it's oversold.
I gotta ask the hard hitting questions.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody gets their first one on this show. Congratulations.
But again, I mean, this just speaks to that a stock price doesn't accurately reflect what a company is worth. It's really just about what's the shiny thing that everybody wants to buy this week or this month. And I mean, it reflects it to an extent, but it's really just like you buy something and the government pours more money into the economy, and certain things go up and certain things go up more than others. So it's really just about like, what do I put my money in that somebody else is going to want to buy next week or next month? And crypto's no different from the stock market in that. And it's really, people who talk about, that people say Bitcoin was a Ponzi scheme, or people say Hex is a Ponzi scheme. The entire fucking American economy, world economy, it's all a Ponzi scheme if you look at it from a certain point of view.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I mean, here's the whole thing. So much is manipulated. It's like a video called "Everything's a Rich Man's Trick." Crypto's manipulated. Everyone gets really excited when these giant financial institutions get into crypto. I'm like, that's great, because that means it's going to go up. That also means they can manipulate it like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And stocks are the same thing. Everyone's like, well, we know what they're doing. Right? That's great. But it's like, how much can you fake that? How much can you fake those numbers? Because we've seen Chinese companies doing that and everyone getting into that. So,
let me touch on something, because you just brought that up. I mean, obviously, we know Tesla's in. A lot of the major banks are in Bitcoin. But something we've been getting a lot of readers asking this week is the news that Palantir, who is a government contractor who does work with the CIA, they just bought $50 million of gold. And they didn't buy paper. They bought bars. And a lot of people are asking, what does this mean? What does this move represent? Well, gold's traditionally a hedge. So are they saying we're not too sure where this dollar's going right now? Is there a crash coming? I've been dying to ask you all week, Sam.
Well, let me tell you something, man. What most of your criticisms of, and you know what I love about you, Neff, is like, I've been seeing you slowly come to this side.
You talking about transitioning?
Yes. Yeah, exactly, dude. I can't wait till you're my fully transition conspiracy theorist trans girlfriend. Okay. And so my whole thing is
couple alert.
Yeah. Cute couple alert.
Oh, and quick interjection. Word on the street is I've been red pilled. People are saying it.
Well, Neff, you're red pilled. You just don't want to go full admit it because it scares you. It scares you because you associate red pilling with the right, and you don't want to look into it
no, that's not true at all. There's some certain red pills that I'm willing to swallow. I can't swallow red pills.
And you love swallowing. Am I right, Evan? Are you right?
You took the words out of my mouth.
That coming.
Okay, but here's the
thing.
You couldn't get that red pill down my throat if you're talking about a flat Earth. If you're talking about not going to the moon. My gag reflex has limitations when it comes to red pill.
No, and I get that, man. That's okay, because that's where you are today. At some point, you will start taking the skepticism you have of government, of banking, and you'll apply to other things. But that's a different podcast. But what I want to get into, because I saw Neff talking about this, is that all this criticism of digital is like, oh man, what's it based off? How's it controlled? All that stuff can completely be applied to fiat money. Now, one thing that's going on is the rest of the world is starting to get off the petrodollar. And I'm telling you, man, this stuff going on in Afghanistan, this is another play.
That's the end of America when that happens. That's the America.
Well, it's happening, but it's happening. And I have more faith in America not because your settlement's probably true. I mean, like a lot of people think once the petrodollar's done, the U.S. economy's done.
Maybe as far as world dominance, that's what we have.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we need that. Maybe we need to get back to more substance. But the point is, it's like that the fiat dollar is based off nothing. And if you would say the same thing for crypto, that's fine. Your dollars in your bank account, okay? I know your bank is insuring it, but if everything crashes and burns, good luck on that. So when they're like, well, what if the internet goes? Well, if there's no internet and there's a giant power outage, try going to your bank and pulling your cash. It's not going to happen, okay? So that's why I'm always talking about what on this show? Guns and gold, okay? Buy guns, buy gold, hold them, and that's why a lot of people are talking about how Bitcoin is the gold of digital. And I agree with that because everyone's like, oh, you can't use Bitcoin to do this too slow. You're not meant to do that. It's meant to hold it. It's meant to hold it. You're going to use Ethereum and all these other ones to buy and sell stuff. Okay. Gold is going to be an asset that you hold. So that's my opinion.
Well, the thing is, Sam, if in my opinion, I agree with you to an extent, but like, I think if the internet goes and we end up in Mad Max territory, I don't even think gold's going to be worth shit. I think at that point, guns is all you got, because really at the end of the day, gold's price through the ages has been manipulated. I mean, it's really just about how much does it cost to fucking dig into the ground and pull more of this shit out. It's like, it's just all about goods and services if everything goes down.
No,
And
I get that. I do get that.
Guns at that
You
point,
gotta
guns is
admit,
everything.
it would be cool to walk into Bartertown now. I mean, I feel like blessed that we're living through these crazy times. You can't say it's not fucking boring.
No.
But if it goes full Mad Max, you got to admit that's going to be pretty cool to say I lived through this.
Yeah, Fury Road, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm talking the original. I'm talking get Tina Turner in the fucking Thunderdome and give me that fucking little midget on my shoulders.
You mean little person?
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster. Yeah.
Master Blaster. So I'm into that. I do think gold will have some value, but who knows, man? I do believe guns too, man. Get a whole bunch of them. Eli, do you own any guns?
I don't own any guns. I'm not opposed to it, though. I'm not opposed to
Get some guns, dog.
I'm the guy when this shit goes down and everything's like, I'm just gonna be like, the only reason I'm gonna want a gun is to put one in my fucking head, and I don't want to play this video game. I don't want to play this game.
I'm telling you, brother. And I mean, so much of this stuff is just like you could just tell who's mainlining the news and going nuts, man. Like, I think the world's a beautiful place. I think everything's getting better. If you turn on the news, you think it's the end of days, man. I don't want it to be the end of days. I'm preparing if it is, which is gun, golds, and Krav Maga. Okay. Hardcore. Hand to hand.
Canning peaches and making fucking peanut butter brittle. When you go there, that's when I'm going to get worried, because that means you're not leaving your house and you're not showering. So I have no problem with guns. I have no problem with physical securities. But when you start giving out recipes for, tomato puree, I'm sending over a welfare check.
There's nothing wrong with peanut brittle. Peanut brittle's good, though. Come on. I mean,
hey, dude. What if the future, the only money that counts is peanut brittle?
By the way, there will be a value to that for sure.
No, it'll be Soylent Green is what it is. It'll be food made of people. That's the next currency. It's coming. So
I don't agree with that, dude. I think the world's going to get better, bro. I think it's going to get better.
Everything's always getting better. Everything's always getting better. I don't care what anybody says. You can say Trump, I'm not a Trump fan. People were like, oh, Trump is like the palate cleanser that's leading us into a new era. It's good. It's all
good, dude. They're all monkeys, bro. All these political people don't give a shit. Stop worrying about it. Buy your crypto, buy your stocks, but really, man, start getting physical assets. We talk about it all the time, man. Get physical assets, own a house, own gold, own guns. Though that's where it's at, man. I'm buying digital all the time in hopes of flipping it for physical, not a car or anything like that. I'm talking about stuff that will appreciate in value.
Like what is that, land?
No, he means nunchucks and throwing stars.
Dude, I am thinking about selling nunchucks and throwing stars. I have a connection in China, and I'm thinking about selling them.
Branded?
Yeah, dude, 100%. 100%. Dude.
I'll buy a Cash Daddies throwing star for sure.
I would love a Cash Daddies nunchucks, man.
Why did I bring this up?
Somebody's got to do it.
So, Eli, as someone who's new to the market like yourselves, can you tell us a little bit about what your portfolio consists of right now? Because I think it would be advantageous to our readers. You've been in for 4 or 5 months. How what are you holding?
I'm kind of like all over the place. What I just did was like during this, as the previous highs started to descend, I just started buying stuff. I'd listen to all these podcasts. Anything that sounded good, I would buy it. And then everything went down in price. And I'm like, but everybody said like, that's how it works in crypto. Things go up, they follow Bitcoin, then they go down. Some people were saying, okay, this we're going to a bull market. It's not going to come back till 2022. Some people were saying, actually, this is, technical analysis people. actually, some people were saying we went up, we went down. We're going to go back up. We're going to have a double high, and the second high is going to be even higher. I was like, either way, I'm setting myself up for the next time we go up, and that means just buying everything that looks like it's a good, it has some value to it, not just
crypto,
shit
or
coins.
Crypto,
All
or
crypto,
you in
all
stock?
crypto, all
Okay,
crypto.
so you're all crypto.
I mean, I'm just now dipping my toe into stocks because I've been listening to your show, and I don't really have much yet. It's really just kind of really like what you guys have been talking the last couple of weeks that resonates with me that I bought. But as far as crypto, Cardano, I think has a huge.
Cardano,
That just went off too.
It went off.
It did. It's great. But there's a lot of smaller ones too that went off, like BitTorrent. Remember BitTorrent? Like back in the day,
Of course.
some Chinese kid who was obsessed with BitTorrent when he was like a teenager became a multimillionaire, and he bought BitTorrent and he made a coin for it, and he's trying to take it to the next level. It's kind of like one of these
idea,
meme
dude.
projects, right?
That's Justin's son.
There you
And
go.
That was the whole conspiracy where the people were trying to take him out because he fucked somebody's wife or whatever, and that's the guy.
Yeah. All I know
Hold
is
on.
I
So
bought a
the-
shitload of BitTorrent at like 0.000004, and it went up, and I made a bunch of money off it. It was great.
That's unbelievable, dude. I want to do that with MySpace so badly. Buy MySpace and make a MySpace token and just blow that shit
might
up.
work. That could actually work.
I think if you get on MySpace right now, your top 8 is everybody that's on MySpace. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they're doing so hot.
No, they're not. You could buy for 20 grand, I think. I mean, 20 mil.
Wow.
That's
MySpace
still a
token-
crazy number, right? I mean, you can buy MySpace for 20 mil.
Can you make Tom suck your dick for how much does that cost?
Okay. Okay.
Finance project. I'm sorry,
Hold
finance
on.
podcast.
Hold on. Did you just get upset with that well-written Tom sucking dick joke? The guy who asked me he could run a video of CumRocket, which hole you wanted to run on that, and I said no.
Chris,
Did you
I've
get
listened to
upset
your
about
comedy
that?
albums. I've listened to your comedy albums, bro. I don't think you
I'm
should be.
glad somebody has.
I'm one of the 15.
Hey, I have 16 proud fans. Now it's 17. I appreciate that.
So
we could keep talking about sucking cock. If
No,
that's
it's
what
no.
you say.
We want to move on. This is the
Okay.
Christian podcast, bro. So I am. I'm big on Cardano. I really like it. Monero seems to be doing well.
It's at
as
300.
well.
So if you want to
know-
look at their low at the crash, I think it was like 220. It's back to 300.
Yeah, I think at the height it was in the 500s, right?
I don't know. I don't own it.
Well, you
Here's-
should try.
Here's the
I buy
advice,
your
everybody.
suggestions.
Considering that
517.
the chances are,
517, yeah.
the chances are we're going into a big bull run. We're still, as I look at Robinhood, 'cause that's a good place to monitor it.
Okay,
Bitcoin.
you know our feelings about Robinhood, right?
Yes, of course.
Right.
But it's a good place to monitor it. But I like the look of Robinhood. It's got a good look, So Bitcoin's banging its head at 50 grand, 50K. If Bitcoin breaks 50K, from what I've been told by the experts, it's going to keep going up, probably up to at least where it topped out back in May.
Do you think it hits a
Or-
hundo? You think it hits a hundo?
I'm not
dog?
saying that. I think it will at least, though, if it breaks 50, I think it will at least go up to where we topped out in May.
64.
It'll at least 64. It'll at least break that. And if it
Dude,
tops
give
64,
me 100.
just think about what that's going to do to all the other coins, though, because they all just follow Bitcoin. Everything will go up. So the trick right now, if you want to buy crypto right now, look at the quality cryptos, which is basically anything on Coinbase. Look at the ones that haven't pumped too much in the last 2 weeks. There's certain ones. Cardano's one of them. They've pumped a lot in the last 2 weeks. By the way, Cardano might keep going up because they have a lot going on right now.
Dude, my boys at Makers making my money back. I'm down
Maker's
a
doing
little
great
bit.
right now. Yeah.
I
Would you
bought
buy
way
Cardano
high,
right now?
which I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have bought it way high, but I loved it so much. I thought it was going to go on a run.
Why didn't
and
you
then-
marry it if you loved it so much?
Oh, I love
tried.
that joke.
I asked. I got on a knee, and it said no. Maker looked at me, and goes, "No, we only date black guys." And I'm like, "Damn."
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you guys buy Cardano right now? Because last week it was a question. I said don't. I think it was 50% up going into last week. I said don't. I think it's going to pull back. It's up like another 20% since then. Would you guys buy it right now, or would you wait for it to pull back?
If Bitcoin goes above $50,000 tomorrow or tonight, I would say sure, yeah.
Okay,
but at least for short term.
Here's my whole thing on that, right? It's like, what number are we talking about here? Like, so it's at what right now, Lil E?
280.
280, right? You're talking about $2.80.
Okay, but again, we've been over this. That doesn't matter. What
it
matters
does matter,
is percentages.
No, dude, it does matter, because I think in the long run, this stuff's going to get way, as more and more people come into the market. These numbers are going to keep going up, and you're going to laugh when you're like, I could have bought it at 280.
You're 100% right. I mean, listen, Cardano could easily be at $100 in a year, but I'm just talking about if you're looking for short-term gains, it's like Cardano. If the question is Cardano good to buy right now? Because you might end up 3 months from now being underwater. I think that question could be answered with, if Bitcoin breaks this $50,000 ceiling, Cardano will probably continue to go up a little more, but there's probably even better value cryptos to hit than
and
Cardano.
Dude, here's the whole thing, man. It's just like, you gotta try to figure out what kind of investor you are.
Yeah.
Are you going to be the guy that dines and dashes? Okay. Gets in and out, pumps and dumps, right? Or are you guy going to hold this for a little while? You know what, man? I said at the beginning of this podcast, when it first started, hold till you're a millionaire on a lot of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Hold them, man. DOGE, all these other ones, Shibu, whatever. You want to like pump and dump, then do that. But a lot of these things are just hold for as long as you can.
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't swing trade crypto like I do
You
stocks.
definitely swing though.
I do. I just don't have the time to do both effectively. And I feel like I'm going to second guess myself on a massive swing. And just to go off what Eli said, in 3 months, it's just going to be back to where it was.
Yeah.
So I'm a proponent of hodling crypto. I'm a proponent of trading stocks. So that's kind of my MO. I do want to ask Eli, are you in altcoins at all? Do you have any experience there? Or, I mean, what is your toolbox look like?
I mean, that's most of what I have. I mean, I love Bitcoin. I love Ethereum. I have a little bit of each. But one thing I do on Robinhood.
Come on, man, spend that network money on get some
sure.
Bitcoin, bro.
Well, I do, but what I do
You're
with
the
Bitcoin,
second most
Ethereum,
important person on that show.
I know, right? It's like, yeah, I gotta have some fun.
Yeah.
So, I do have some fun with it. And when on Robinhood, I don't love Robinhood, but with Ethereum and Bitcoin, I basically just because they go up and down so much and there's no trading fees, like when I'll just go in there once a day. Is Ethereum less than what I paid for it? I'll buy some more. Is Ethereum more than what I paid for it? I'll sell it. Same with Bitcoin. I just kind of I do trade those on Robinhood exclusively just because there's no trading fees and it's just easy. It's low commitment. But most of what I own is like altcoins because there's just so many projects out there.
Do you have any CumRocket?
I don't have CumRocket because not again. It's just CumRocket's hard to buy. It's like some of these more.
You need your toolbox, bro.
I need my
That's
toolbox.
why we're here.
And I do. I have experience with the swapping. I just kind of feel like
I bet you do.
Oh dear. Am I too late to the party on CumRocket?
No, you're not. And I know Sam's tailing off somewhere. Hopefully it's not to grab a weapon to show you, but I do want to ask you guys about this because obviously we had this massive news that, OnlyFans is like, hey, we're kicking you to the curb in 3 months, ladies. You got to find a new job.
I hate it.
What's that?
I hate that. And I think somebody's just going to come in and swoop in. And
so why can't it be CumRocket is my point.
Because the name is too much, dude.
I'm
just telling you. That's why. No, because there's so many guys on there that how are you going to explain to your girl, what's CumRocket? You're like, oh, it's this financial website that breaks down stock trading.
Let me ask you this. If you order yourself the Throbber 9000 new dildo with the jism spitting chamber, does it show up at your door saying CumRocket Industries.
Well, you
has
know what?
something for you to
You
fucking
know what
sign
this?
for?
You know what this conversation tells me? You
What?
haven't been in a relationship in a long time. If you don't think women could use CIA tactics to fucking go through and find out
Wrong.
what website
Wrong.
you've been on,
I was in a relationship for 4 years, and my woman never went through my phone because it's a matter of trust and respect.
Well, here's something else you guys need to know though. Gen Z women don't care. They won't care.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, dude, Lil
E's
E's generation is like next level great, bro.
They don't care.
These are the few. These are the geniuses. I mean, thank God they came along. Thank God.
But hold on, we need to. I hate to pull a Saki and circle back, but
oh God,
you're saying to me. Let me make sure.
You're
By the way, I don't.
worst.
I don't know if you know, Eli. I have a huge.
I absolutely know all about.
By the way,
it.
shout out.
God.
You're so wrong. You're
By the
so
way,
wrong.
hey,
Yeah, you really are,
He's
dude.
beat.
You probably
Everybody
jerk
has-
off at Kathy Griffin specials.
Now that's disgusting. And
Early
uncalled
ones,
for.
sure.
Okay.
News
By the way-
radio, Kathy Griffin.
By the way, special shout out to whoever boosted the Cash Daddies mod and created a Jen Psaki emoji, because that's all I hit these days.
Wow.
Anywho.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go in there and ask people to respect me and delete that.
Well, you know what? It'd be nice if you made one appearance.
I'll
One
show up,
appearance.
yell respect me, and then
Okay.
run off.
So let me get this straight. Your thesis, Sam, is that CumRocket couldn't take over the disappearing OnlyFans market because they're called CumRocket?
Yeah, I'll tell you the one I really like. It's called Many Vids. I think it's the future.
Okay.
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
That's
I've
not a
heard of
bad
them
call.
as well.
I think Many Vids. They'll probably change it because they were doing it per video, which I think you can do, but I think they'll go to subscription base as well. And listen, man, my personal opinion on this is like this move is laughable by OnlyFans. Laughable.
Why would
Okay.
you stop?
So the first they say it's about underage people. That's fine. Get rid of the underage people. And then they're like, well, banks won't work with us. So, and I tweeted this. So let me get this right. The company that made money off of people paying to watch people fucking, okay, will no longer allow people to pay money to watch people fuck because the industry that fucks people out of money doesn't like the industry that allows people to make money off of fucking. Okay.
Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony.
Complete. I mean, I think that I'm being honest with you, man. I think they get really nervous when the peasants start making money, man. And these girls were I mean, look what happened with what's the Robin Hood, man. These guys were just murking these fucking big financial institutions, and they had to stop it.
Yeah,
because they just can't take when the fucking peasants rise, man. And these girls were changing. I don't care what you say. You don't want your friends or whatever to do OnlyFans. That's fine. But some of these women were changing their fortunes.
Yeah. I mean,
right. And my point is that total addressable market is basically live right now, and it's come and get it. And I'm saying
I couldn't agree on that.
What's that?
I couldn't agree, but I just
Well,
think
and
the name CumRocket is too blunt force.
Okay, so who's going to come get it? Porn Rocket? Is that too blunt? Because
couldn't CumRocket also just like change the name of the platform?
I mean, if it changed to Love Rocket or Heat Rocket, something. When you say CumRocket, you're just gonna lose people, dude.
I have nothing but respect for them because they're like,
okay, dude. I know you're trying to be best friends with them, bro. We're not saying they don't have a great I'm just saying
this show is about making money, and I'm saying they're in the driver's seat right now to capitalize on this.
I agree. So you want people to get paid? They want people to get paid in rockets, right?
Cummies.
Why would? How about an industry that pays you in Bitcoin or Ethereum? I mean, like Rockfin pays in raw.
Buddy, you could take those cummies. You could take cummies and trade them into Ethereum, whatever the fuck you want.
What if I'm a conservative porn star that does not want cummies?
I mean, I'm sure it exists because there's genre specific porn everywhere, but I just don't see it.
Listen, dude, there is a reason why most of your porn production companies aren't blatant like butthole fucking. You know, it's just like they're all like blacked,
Vivid.
You know, it's like when it's too blunt force, people get weird, man.
Buddy,
So it's
buddy, the times are
The times they are a changing.
And you know what? You're back at the bus stop in 1955. Okay. And you all
okay, dude. Okay. We are all talking about many vids, and you're like, what is that? Is that on MSNBC? What is that? You know, it's like, dude, dude. OnlyFans is for senior citizens, dude. You want to creep? Go to fucking many bids. That's where the creeping happens, okay? So don't start questioning my black belt in the dirty dojo, all right? I'm just telling you, man.
You just made me throw up. Don't ever say
that's not that hard to
again.
do, dude. You are a fucking weirdo, all right? Listen to me, dude. I'm just telling you, man. They could take the market. They have to. I'm just telling you to bring people in.
They have 180,000 holders right now. All I'm saying is, if you want to make money in the porn business right now, go find a way to get into mini vids. I'm assuming they're private. I'm saying if you want to make money now, buy CumRocket because they are positioned to take over and they have a tremendous following. They have a development team that's actually doing things. I'm impressed with them. So that's all I'm saying.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Eli, do you want to stay with us or do you want to jump off?
Stay.
I want to stay here forever. I don't ever want to leave.
Okay.
Buddy,
So
you
we're
are
gonna do
welcome
some
to
more
stay.
stuff. And then we'll go back in time. Then after this, we do what our picks.
Well,
then we'll,
let's keep Eli through the picks. Then we'll do a time machine, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about the week that was. But
I do want to say one thing about, pivoting off the government thing. Listen, this is a crazy idea. I've never heard this before. Maybe other people have posited this, but I honestly think, and I'm not even a big conspiracy person at all. I mean,
neither am I. But apparently I've been red pilled and I don't even know it.
Well, we're reasonable people. We're intelligent, reasonable people who think
Thank
these
you.
conspiracy theories could be real.
I wouldn't go that far.
What about this?
Go on.
What if Satoshi Nakamura, whatever his name was, the guy who invented Bitcoin, what if that was the American government? What if that
absolutely
really?
Well, there are
That's something
documents.
I've thought about it many times.
There are documents which state that is possible. They
Well,
talk
there are
about doing
documents
something like
that state that the earth is flat too. So can you cite these documents? For the
Well, I would have to. I'd have to circle back to that to find the documents. Tim, our buddy Tim Pinoch, he's talked about that before.
I just
about
wouldn't all
the
be surprised if that was the case, because
Like, so here that's a very interesting point, because you can be like, well, what if the government's behind it? The internet was made by DARPA and the government. So
whoa, time out. Al Gore invented the internet.
I invented the
and
internet.
Al Gore is what? A power bottom government robot. Okay. So see how it all circles. Let's circle it around here.
I think you're being a little cruel to me right now.
Oh man, that's great.
That's
Your
really
Forrest Gump is a great Al Gore. So yeah, but see, the internet, right? The internet was created, and when they created the internet, they literally thought it was going to have like 12 websites. The people who created, like, there'll be like 12 websites, and they didn't realize there was a bunch of dudes who couldn't get laid who figured out a way to expand this thing. And I think things get away from them. And so let's say Bitcoin is a government thing. What about all these other coins that have gone off and done their own thing? I think things get away from them. And a lot of the people who create all this stuff, they're old and they don't know how the internet works, which is Hillary Clinton and these emails, So my whole thing is like 100%, a lot of rock and roll was government controlled. I could definitely see how Bitcoin could have some dark past, but I maybe think that there's I think it gets away from these people, and that's kind of my opinion.
For sure. I mean, but I just thought it could easily be like an experiment that just kind of ran amok,
Well, yeah. And what's the long game then? Is it a massive rug pull to steal money from all the fucking people that invested in it?
I mean, I don't know about a rug pull, but just like to basically see this is what's coming, the idea of digital currency, and let's just put this out there and position it as the rebellious anti-government thing. And again, I don't even know if it's not nefarious, but like, let's position this as like, anti-government, anti-centralized banking. And then it gets out there and all these people like believing in that with a religious ferocity. But meanwhile, it's all behind the scenes actually was just the government the whole time. I mean, it seems very reasonable possibility. I mean, once you realize, again, this is the red pilling that really matters, is the lengths that the CIA will and have been willing to go to throughout the ages. Once you start to realize and accept what the CIA will do, it's really nothing is beyond the pale.
100%, dude. So that's why, again, you should diversify everything in life, no matter what it is, whether it's how you work out, whether it's your hobbies,
what kind of people you date.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think
your
you're
writing staff on your television show.
100. Wow, that's a little weird. But the point is, no, for sure. The point is this, man, is like you should always have multiple things. So it's kind of like Neff was talking about, have some crypto, have some stocks, but I'm going to go farther, have some guns, have some gold. Okay. Stock, farm, buy farmland. You should never have, it's like with my career and how I make my money. I make money through multiple different venues. Okay. If I had just one, and let's say all my money was made in like Rockfin, right? That's the only way I made my money. And Rockfin went away. I would be fucked.
The issue is this. You guys go out there and put out this tweet to get fucking people to listen to your show about your hole losing elasticity, and there's not a single mention of it on your podcast.
Well, I think we talked about how flat my ass has gotten.
Okay, that's not your hole, dude.
Well, I mean, it kind of is. I have no ass. I just have a hole now.
You're a guy. You're white. None of us have asses.
Well, I mean, like I used to have a butt. Dude, Evan's got ass. Evan, stand up. Let everybody see your ass.
I want to see Evan's ass.
Wait, this should be Patreon content.
Yeah, I mean,
OnlyFans.
Guys, we're gonna start doing a Patreon.
Just tease him, Evan. Just tease him, Evan.
A little tease. I'm thinking that.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at that, dude. What is that?
Hell yes.
Is that
That's
your
all them
ass or
squats,
your mama
dude.
got reindeer, dude?
It's all them squats, dude.
Remember that? Is that your ass or your mama got reindeer? I can't explain it, but I'm sure glad you came here. Anybody? Nobody?
No, nobody.
Is
Anyway,
that
take
Ellie?
it up with your producer, Johnny Woodard. I like the way you can't even say your own producer's name correctly, by the way, but it is what it is. A little disappointing.
Real rude. Now you're talking about other shows, bro. Are you starting a fucking podcast war with another one of my shows?
Yes, I am.
That does no good to anybody. I'm conflicted.
You should be. You already
Okay,
were.
I am. All right. So, dude, here's my whole thing. I think it's bullshit. I'm really upset with people on the right who are always free market. And then they get really mad when women try to make money off of doing sexual stuff. And I'm sorry, dude. It's like, I said it before and I'll say it again. Pornography is the #1 female sport in the world. Okay. It's the #1 female sport. Okay. And you got a sports prime, dude, just like pro athletes. If you want to make that money, the only thing I tell women is you got to watch it when you make everything a transaction.
How does this affect the marketplace? This is huge. I know many of my friends are on, I don't want to say many.
Well, our friend Zane, who's been on the show, who I want to be on the show more, he beats off on his girlfriend's face. They make like fucking almost like 5 figures, dude. He just pounds his pud on her.
A month?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to subscribe.
No, we're in the wrong business. That's not what you take away from this. You don't say, oh, I'm going to go buy watching somebody I know's dick come on his girlfriend. You say, how can we do this and make the same amount of money?
Well, the point
nobody's
being,
paying any of us for that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see this thing. Dude, I've tried to shoot my fucking junk in a porno. I'm like, that does not need to be recorded.
So my question is this. How is this going to affect the entertainment industry as a whole? Because obviously most of these people, and correct me if I'm wrong.
And they are people.
They are. They have souls.
Okay, they're human beings. Some are dick pincushions, but they are humans.
My point is, how are these people going to keep making money? Because the faucet's getting turned off on October.
I think personally, There should be, I mean, like kind of what like the Union of the Unwanted, my other podcast that you don't want to go to war with that one. Okay.
I don't have
But
any
the
issues
point
with
is,
him.
okay. The point is that we kind of had a conversation what we should do. I think all these girls should have a talk about where they all want to go collectively. And again, like I know CumRocket, but many vids, they should all go, what is that model and how can we move everything over here? I'm really blown away that OnlyFans is doing this. I think it's right up there with our good friend who listens to the show, Brian Dunkelman's joke about him quitting American Idol. You know, it's like up there with the worst decisions of all time. Hitler invading Russia in the winter. And, you know, so I think it's
Do me
just
a favor. E, can you pull up Dunkelman's film that's coming out? Because I would love to plug that film. For those of you who don't know, Brian is a great comedian. He was on the first season of American Idol, and apparently him and Seacrest didn't get along so well, but he was accused of quitting the biggest job of all time. And he does have a documentary film coming out about himself. And I encourage any comedian.
I love that, dude. We should
I think
have
it's
him on
great.
and promote it.
Hey, Brian, if you're out there, can you call us this week? And our people will get in touch with yours so we could give you some press.
Our
on
people will be Neff's cats. So this will be hot. Neff's reaching out his cat, just hitting the keyboard.
By the way, I want to thank you guys again for not putting that picture up of me in a dress with a cat when I was at a very.
By the way, this is the Neff bat signal to put up the picture because he loves the attention. He just wants it out so badly. It's just like he wants it out so badly. Dude, look how happy you were.
Hold
there.
on. Where did you guys get this?
Oh my God.
It definitely
You
was not
sent
sent
it
to me.
us. You
Oh
sent
my
it to us.
God.
Yeah.
I can't believe you guys are doing this. Why would you
Neff,
do something
Neff,
like this?
Neff, look at the smile on your face. You're so happy.
There's no
This is
way
the
that's you.
Like I used to go watch Public Enemy concerts, and at some point they would just all leave the stage and just let Flavor Flav have a couple minutes. I'm gonna give you your time right now, Neff, to have fun with your drag picture of you as a tiny baby. We're just happy you didn't become a serial killer. But go on. I'm gonna grab my coffee and just kind of have your time, dude. I know you wanted this for a while.
I can't believe you guys set me up like this. It's not cool. When I was a young child, my mom dressed me up as a girl and took a picture of me with a cat. And frankly, I probably will lose followers over this. I don't know if I have any legal rights to possibly sue you, but it's not cool.
I think you were pretty.
Thank you. Can we Eli, can we get your opinion on a couple of things going on in the news?
Time out
Of
before
course.
that.
Yeah.
Bitcoin just hit 50K.
Woo! Wow. Okay.
To the moon and beyond, guys.
We do need to bring up a couple news items this week because Michael Burry. Do you know who Michael Burry is, Eli?
Michael who?
Michael Burry.
I don't know the name, no.
Okay. Did you see The Big Short?
I did.
Okay. Christian Bale's character, the tard that shorted the housing market in 2008.
Yeah.
He's basically come out and said shots fired against my hero, Kathy Wood, and said, you are doing this wrong. He's disclosed a massive short position against her. She comes back, says shots fired, 12-page tweet, says, you don't know what you're talking about. So it's basically a battle of the autistic savant and the crazy cat lady that may or may not be me, holding one of the largest technological ETFs in the world. And I would like you guys to weigh in with your opinion. Who's going to win? Obviously, you know me. I respect autism. I respect Burry's work. Keep in mind, he called the GameStop squeeze, even though he sold at 14. He bought it like fucking $3. He made a ton of money. And obviously, he's a legend for The Big Short. But I think he's completely wrong on this side. And I'm curious to know what your thoughts are.
Well, I think you probably, because you're so woke, you're probably like identifying with Kathy Wood because she's a woman and
Because he looks
the
like
cat lady.
she looks like him in drag. Is that why?
So you think I'm biased?
Oh, you're a little biased, but you could be right though. I don't know anything about the issue, so I defer. I defer.
I like Burry for sure.
Okay. Sam?
You know what, man? I mean, Kathy's definitely takes some chances. A lot of people talking about, is she of sane mind? Why is she doing that? but she seems to know what she's talking about. I just like, to me, this is a lot like Godzilla versus King Kong. Who's gonna take it? We gotta sit back and see what happens.
And Howie in absentia would no doubt say Burry is smarter than her and Kathy's full of shit and she's a con. So I think we're pretty split on that issue.
What would you say, bud?
What I already did. You don't fuck with the queen, man. I just looked at my returns. I'm up 50% on my ARC holdings in a calendar year. Now, again, these aren't fucking dick swinging Eli Braden fucking DOGE gains, but I don't go into that with that expectation because I don't like to play big money in crypto. But I am happy with those gains. This is even after a massive collapse this spring, and I'm sitting on a nice 50% gain on a very large chunk of ARC.
Respect.
So, thank you.
And let's remember, anything in crypto, if it goes down, it's going to come right back up within 2 years. Bigger
I
than
haven't
ever.
sold. I have
That's
never
true.
sold a single crypto. All I've done is bought. I'm up on some, mainly my big stuff like Bitcoin and Ethereum, Matic. I'm down on a couple alts. But and by the way, we do need to bring up XRP. I said don't buy it last week. It will pull back. It did. I think it's getting back into a buy zone. I'm never planning on selling my XRP. And Sam, you weren't here last week, but I do have a theory.
In spirit.
Well, I have a theory that this SEC lawsuit against XRP was an effort, an unsuccessful effort, mind you, for big banks to drop the price of XRP so they could get XRP at a discount. That's what I believe. And I believe it was failed. It didn't have its effect. I don't think they ever really had any dirt on XRP. And I still think XRP is in play as a huge global product. And I know we haven't talked about it lately, but are you guys still buying XRP?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like my position on XRP. I have a lot of it. I don't feel the need to buy more.
Okay.
I'm positioned to have enough. Let's just say.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. You know, I'd rather invest in other crypto to get a little bit of that.
Okay. Eli, are you in?
I don't own any XRP. I would buy it if it was easier to buy. It's just there's so many other things.
It's easy. It's like, dude, you got to go to just go to Uphold, dude. It's real easy to buy.
I think I could buy it on. I'm on Gate.io too. That's where I buy a lot of my more weirder coins.
Oh my god, you
sounds
just
like a gay bar.
Lil E, you got disgusted there.
New York.
But there's just so many other things to buy, and Ripple could be huge. I mean, I think it probably will be huge. It's just so up in the air with this lawsuit. It's like it's a little too risky for me to even dip my toe in, you know?
This is
what were you gonna say, Lil E? You were gonna say something?
You can't buy crypto in New York if it's not on Coinbase.
Oh, that's right. New York is really restrictive.
That's so ridiculous.
I want to buy
drive to
I want to buy as
Pennsylvania?
much Mina as possible.
Mana?
Mina, the
What's
one I've been
Mina?
talking about forever, and I just can't buy it. I just can't.
Okay, but why can't you just get what do you call it?
VPN.
Yeah, VPN.
I haven't tried that yet, but I mean,
It'll work, man. It's easy.
I thought you were Gen Z. I thought you guys were outlaws.
I guess I gotta put that much effort in. It's just crazy. I just want to go to Coinbase and buy.
So, are we doing our picks for the week?
No,
now,
because I got a couple news things I got to get out. Are you guys ready for the downer news of the week?
Sure.
Tops, an American institution for 70 plus years, has lost their license with MLB, and they gave the rights to a fashion company. I forget the name of them. They're Fanatics or somebody.
Yeah.
So you're basically seeing MLB selling out to the highest bidder. It's all about money. And Topps is American, is, baseball, apple pie, whatever. I think they're giving him another 4 years, and after that, it's over. And now, if you want to go buy a baseball card, you're going to be buying it from somebody that makes fucking jeggings and fucking athletic apparel. So that's a little sad to hear. The reason I bring it up is Topps was going to go public via SPAC. I'm assuming that's just dead on arrival now. So anybody that was thinking about jumping into that Topps back, know that it's
Now let me ask you something. Is Topps only baseball cards?
yes.
Okay.
They were because Panini came in and took basketball away in like 2012, and the only thing the Topps will have a contract on is soccer, to my knowledge. So
well, I mean, that is a good thing to have. Baseball, baseball's really interesting right now. We got Dodgers fans here, we got Yankees fans. I'm very nervous for. I normally pro baseball because they're like, oh, you're the fan base is all old. Well, baseball's for old people.
excuse me.
No, baseball is a game where you can go and zone out. It's a wonderful
Absolutely,
game.
it's a pastime for that reason.
For sure. I love baseball.
Okay.
Like, X Games, UFC, that's Evan's shit right there, right?
That's
but
your
there will
shit
come a
too.
time I enjoy, but there will come a time where Evan, I don't know if he's into baseball.
Evan's not into baseball. I'll call it right now. Evan, are you into baseball?
But you'll get into it later. You
It's
just
so
will.
slow, dude.
Maybe.
Maybe, but I think because I learned to love baseball later on in life. When you start to watch it, you're like, oh, this is a lot. When you're young and you're like, oh, look at that skirt. Look at that skirt. Ooh, that's a knockout. Look at that triple Indy. You don't care about the tiny things in baseball that make baseball magical. The point is, so I'm not worried about that they skew older. My problem is that the haves and the have-not in baseball is getting wider and wider. Used to be Yankees, now the Dodgers into it, and I'm not too happy about that. But I mean, even though I'm a Dodgers fan, I prefer homegrown and stuff like that. But if you got teams like Kansas City, who else? Pittsburgh, that never have a chance to compete. That's what's going to hurt baseball in the long run.
Yeah, but
not that it skews older.
But you look at Billy Beane and what he's accomplished in the last 20 years. It is possible to put a competitive team out there. And
but that's a market that's kind of deals with smart, right? Like San Francisco.
So why can't Pittsburgh get smart? Why can't
because they got the wrong owner, and that's a big problem with sports in general. They don't get rid of bad owners.
But baseball's dead, though, guys. I mean, it really is. I mean, I know you say Evan will get into it.
Hang up on him, dude. Hang up on him.
I love baseball. I'm Gen X. I grew up with it. I love it. But it's just the kids don't get it anymore. It's like you talk about watching it. Like I played baseball as a kid, and that's the reason I loved it. Even though it was a slower game, I loved playing it. But like the kids now are playing soccer, and like soccer is the one that's like that's the slow game that it's hard to get into watching. And I feel like that's kind of going to replace it.
My daughter's a year and a half. She's already throttling a ball.
Really?
Boom, boom, boom. Bang.
Okay. Well, maybe it's going to be female baseball. Maybe that's going to be the next wave.
But yeah, so maybe baseball. I mean, the point of this little rant I went on is like, maybe they're like, baseball's dying. Let's dominate on soccer. I don't know. Or maybe they're just like, we're out of this game. It was a fun run. Grandpa's retiring. It's over. I don't know, man. It is sad though.
Baseball used to be the top. Now it's the bottom.
Moving on, by popular request. By popular request, the Discord community has agreed they would like us to start a new segment called Read It or Beat It. And basically, as we've discussed in the past, it's a Shark Tank style segment of the show where you get to come on and pitch your play of the week, and we will vote. If we like it, we will read it. And if we don't, we will beat it. Now, Eli, I'm going to put you on the spot here, if you don't mind. Would
Absolutely.
you like to be the first guest to appear on Read It or Beat It?
I would love to. Am I telling you what I think you should buy?
You're in the Read It or Beat It tank, bro.
Okay.
You got 5 minutes. You got to tell us what to buy this week.
Okay, if I was buying crypto right now, if you have some money you want to put in crypto, there's I would say something I think is really undervalued based on, again, I'm not an expert. I've been in this world for 4 months. I think Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, it's going to be huge in the future. I'm not really smart enough to be fluent in conversing as to why I think this coin has so much potential, but I think it's like kind of like a sleeper, and it has not pumped during this recent, last 3 weeks bull run either. It's kind of stayed the same. I just think it has a lot of potential. The guy who started it is kind of like this respected genius within not just the crypto world, but also within like the more traditional financial world. And frankly, I don't even really know what it fucking does. But at 25 cents,
hey, let me explain to you something. You already had me because I have a theory, and it's called you always go with the hot hand. You go with the rookie because they can't lose. You've already told me how you're crushing it. I'm in. I'm into some Hedera hash bar. I don't need to know what it's about.
Great.
I ride hot hands. You're hot. I will buy a chunk. Where do we buy this?
Well, one place you can buy it is OK Coin. I think you can also buy it on Voyager, which I have to say, if I'm going to make a pick here, Voyager to me is like one of the best apps, one of the best, exchanges. It's app only. There's no, internet. You can't pull it up on your laptop, but I love Voyager. It's easy to use. It has great information. It's I don't really know why it doesn't really get the respect. I think it's one of the newer exchanges, but again, I'm a Coinbase guy. I love Coinbase, but I'm always looking at other exchanges. OK Coin is very, very Chinese. It's not like it's not as intuitive. Voyager, however, I think it's a great exchange. I think you can buy HBAR on Voyager. I'll check it, but I know you can definitely buy it on OK Coin.
Okay, and
that's
my pick on Voyager. You can buy it on the NASDAQ as well, right?
The Voyager app, the Voyager coin, you mean?
No, Voyager, the company. You can buy it.
Yes,
you can buy it on Binance too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little worried about Binance though.
Why? Because of the Chinese?
Well, in terms of just, I feel like the powers that be don't like CZ. They don't like Binance. I feel like they're going to be fucking with them.
This is okay. I hope to pull a Tripoli. This is very interesting. Can you, because I don't think Sam's aware of this, can you explain to Sam who CZ is?
Well, he's the dude who started Binance. And, he's just kind of like a bit of a natural born rebel from what, again, I don't know a lot about him, but, he's basically created this whole ecosystem within crypto that's just been dominant. And Binance,
4 market cap, by the way.
Yeah. The coin is huge. The exchange is huge. He's doing all kinds of stuff. And it kind of seems like because he's not willing to play by the rules of the powers that be, the way a lot of the other people in crypto are, they're kind of fucking with Binance in a way they're not. And I just feel like it's a very, I'm a very risk averse person, even though I love, speculation. And it's like, I just feel like, why go to the thing that is drawing the attention of the authorities who could potentially fuck with it and shut it down at any time? Why even mess with that stuff, Sam,
and you just learned that Binance is CPP. Did you know that? CCP, excuse me.
CCP. Damn, dude.
You down with CCP?
No, I'm not. It's very interesting. There's a lot of talk that Bitcoin might have some Russian history, CCP. Listen, man, my whole thing is like, what does it do? What's it about? People buy oil from the Saudis. They're shady as shit. CCP is the only one that really makes me nervous. Again, just because of what Eli's talking, they could come and shut shit down like nothing. That's a big reason why the U.S. companies want to pull a lot of their businesses out of China and into India. And that's kind of what, again, I'm not a Trump guy. I did like a lot of his, I don't know if there's another word for nationalist policies in terms of bringing jobs home and stuff like that. I'm very pro that. But he wanted to move.
You're pro Coke party too with Ivanka.
Oh yeah, I would do blow out their beeholes. So all the Trump ladies, I do Coke
it's
out their
basically
beeholes.
me. It's the same feeling I have with not the Trump family, but with the Trump press secretary.
Yeah, you want to do blow with her?
Yeah.
You mean the Biden press secretary?
That's what.
No. Oh, no. Gross, Neff. Gross.
Oh, sucky and Simi, baby.
You thought I was talking about that skank McEnany?
Yeah, that's why you want to do blow with her.
I would. Come on, she's so much hotter. I'm so. I don't. I'm not.
You're out of your mind.
Neff, You're just trying to be different for the sake of being different.
I am
okay?
not. I've been
Yes,
over
you are.
this.
You
know what?
We're over it. Let's move on.
Oh, she's
the point
way more
is,
attractive.
yeah,
What?
I mean, like, yeah.
She's a catty skank. She's the
Yeah,
worst.
that's why you
what?
want to do
So
blow
what?
with her, bro. Listen, the CCP, okay, it's very nervous. We're seeing they're really, I think we're in a silent war already that's starting to gear up with them. They're already slowing down exports to the United States. We're starting to see things slow down. I know I wasn't here, but the whole Afghani thing, I mean, we know Big Guy had been doing business with the CCP, the big guy. I mean, you basically just handed over all those minerals and all those poppy fields to the CCP. So just know that we might be being sold out by our own there, but it is a very, very honest concern that they could shut stuff down on a business like that.
Okay, so circling back, hate to circle back, but are you going to read it or are you going to beat it when it comes to Eli's H bar?
I'm going to go with read it.
Evan?
Read it, of course.
Okay.
I mean,
Looks
this is 25 cents. That's like playing Pac-Man back in the 80s, right?
Now,
Hey,
here's the thing.
So this is basically our picks of the week, right? Is this a new
I'm
name
easing
for
into
it?
picks of the week.
Okay. When do I do mine?
You know what? Why don't you just do it now?
All right. Mine is what Howie told me to suggest. And I like it. I like it. Howie suggests, and I already tried to buy a little bit, but wouldn't let me do it yet. Smith and Wesson brand Inc. Smith
Okay.
and Wesson, dude. Buy. I'm buying a chunk tomorrow.
Can you pull
I
up
have
the
a
chart?
I have a Smith and Wesson here. I ain't afraid. Okay.
Hold on.
And
You have a Smith and Wesson? I thought you had a Keltec alien style pump action
Brother, you
shotgun.
think I got one gun? Do you think I got one gun?
How many guns do you have?
I have 5 right now.
Okay. So let's take a look at this chart here. Can we go to the year and zoom out? Because I know they were a huge pandemic boost.
The gun shops in Burbank, there were literally like people walking around waiting around the block, trying to get the gun shops at Burbank during the pandemic. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But look at that spike. Where's it peaking at the summer?
35-40.
Okay. And we're at 2350 now.
Yep.
That's crazy. The spike was in July.
I know. I thought it came a lot sooner, to be honest. I thought there was a big play on that in the fall last year.
I'm all about guns.
Okay. So Smith and Wesson.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I think
WBI.
moving forward for the next 10 years in America, I think gun stocks are probably one of your surest bets because shit's just going to keep getting crazy.
So it sounds like Eli's reading it.
Absolutely.
E.
I'm going with Hilton Hotels.
Oh, you got to read it or beat it, dude.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, I thought you meant my picks. I'm reading that, of course.
Boom.
Okay.
Gun stocks.
Can you tell us
Things
why?
going back up as the apocalypse comes.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Eli's going to go get some. Eli, here's what you do, bro.
I'm getting a gun tomorrow.
You
Fuck
go
it.
buy stock, then you go get it. And it's like you just basically gave yourself some money.
Yeah.
Can we see the chart, E? Now, this isn't because Paris Hilton is like on a poster on your bedroom wall. You actually have a thesis of some sort.
Well, hold on, Chris. Are you beat it or Smith and Wesson? Where are you at?
On Smith and Wesson?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I didn't get much technical analysis. Sam, let me circle back.
Okay.
What is the thesis on buying Smith and Wesson? Is it
Let's
the zombie
just
up?
beat a dead horse.
Okay. Why are we buying Smith and Wesson? Is it because the apocalypse is coming? The police are collapsing?
Yes. It's a stock that I think is like economy proof. All right. When the economy goes bad, people grab more guns.
Okay. So are you saying that we are going to see some sort of correction in the stock market?
Well, I do believe something is coming. Yes.
Okay.
And I only say that because I went to one of these fucking psychic people, and they did a psychic reading. They told me,
hold on.
they told me big crashy.
Okay. So you went into
a Chinese psychic.
No.
No,
She was
palm reader?
British.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you walk into Melrose.
Yeah.
She says it's 25 for your palm. It's 40
Yeah.
for a tarot. What did
Yeah.
you pick?
60 for a hand job.
I did a palm tarot. That's what I
Okay.
threw down on.
Okay.
I go, give me both.
Okay. So then all of a sudden you see the Ace of Cups and the Tower, and you translate this into buy guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, dude.
Is it breaking psychic client privilege for you to be a little bit more specific here? So we have a reason.
Listen, dude. Listen to me, dude. If I get too big into too much specifics, you're gonna go find her, and then the line's gonna be forever for me to find her.
Okay.
And get a
but here's
tarot
the
card
thing.
handy. Okay.
Right. And here's the thing. And in the process, you
Yeah.
might lose your loosh, correct?
I mean, like, dude, I don't watch television, so my loosh is fine, bro.
Okay.
Can you take another sip of that empty glass again for dramatic pause again, like 1,000 times? There we go.
All
There
right.
we go.
I will open a conservative position in Smith and Wesson. Can I get a ticker, Evan, for the listeners here who are on the road?
SWBI.
SWB.
That's Howie's pick as well. I can't take all the credit.
Now, actually, that's not correct, because I spoke to Howie because I am the glue that holds this shit show together to ensure that his pick wouldn't be missed this week. Howie's pick is Plug Power. He pitched it last week.
Yeah.
It's his largest position, and he is requesting to our readers to continue to buy in.
Plug has gone down. I have to say, as I bought it this week on his.
Yeah, I did too. He's trying to get everybody.
But I also bought an option. I also
Position.
bought an option that it's going to go up like $40 before January.
Now we're talking, because
Yeah.
here's the thing, Eli. I know you like the action
I
on
like
the
action.
crypto. You can basically put your stocks on steroids buying options.
Yep.
So did you buy a homosexual happy hour, or did you go, how far
Just
out did you
rude.
go with this?
I don't know these terms, but what I know is that I basically bought that by January, it will go up $40.
Okay. So what you've done essentially is you've bought a leap, a long-term option.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I feel like that's very doable because it has been $40 above its current price.
Mhm.
It's been above $40 above its current price in the last couple months. So to me, reaching that point by January is not that.
Okay.
Hard
So
to
when
believe.
did you enter this position last week? Did you do it on Monday?
It was about 6 minutes after your last podcast dropped. Yeah.
Okay.
Monday
So
or
here's-
Tuesday.
So here's my question. Are you currently up on this option?
No.
Okay. How far down are you?
I
on?
mean, not much, just a few bucks,
Okay.
bucks.
Okay.
But I'm here for the long term. I'm here for it.
Right.
I believe in Howie. He knows what he's talking about. He seems to know what he's talking about.
Well, don't believe in me, because my picks have been dog shit for the last.
I
2
believe in
weeks.
you. I want to get into CumRocket.
I
Well-
don't believe in you, Neff. I don't.
Okay. Well, read it or beat it would be pointless to have Sam jump in. I only have one pick this week. The other is a visual I want people to take a look at.
Are you reading it or beating it?
Hold on. We already know what your opinion is.
And let's not forget about Evan's Hilton hotels, because I want to hear about that.
Yeah, I want to hear about that too as well. Please
Okay,
tell me
so-
about
Hear me out?
Hilton Hotel.
Yeah, let's hear it, Evan.
Please.
Here's my thesis.
All right.
Trading call volume. So people were buying calls. That was up 100% on Friday.
Calls to puts.
All I know is like call volume. That's what
Okay.
it said. I just looked up like articles. It said call volume was up 100% on Hilton hotels. So I think the hedgies know something we don't. And this worked out last time too when I picked whatever Pelosi's husband was doing. I don't
AMC.
remember. Was
Yeah,
it
it's called
AMC?
a meme stock.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
That pump.
I'm gonna throw this out, Evan, to help you out. OnlyFans is shutting everything down. These girls don't know how to make a living. They need hotel rooms, if you know what I'm talking about. Circling it back around. There we go, Evan.
Circle
That's
back.
why you get it. Circling back.
One person put a $14 million call in. So that's dropping your nuts on the table. So I'm going to ride it with this guy.
Evan, can we see the chart?
Evan, can we see
Chart.
the chart?
Here it is.
God, I'm going to be buying a bunch of shit this week, huh?
You can afford it.
Okay, you're right. I can. Go ahead. That's the 1 year. So can we go all the way to March and see what that support level is? Because I do see a nice line of support there. A little lower. Closer still. Closer. Keep going to the left. To the
Dude,
left.
That's
when
February,
we
not
do
March.
this, can we
Okay.
do the Can
So
we do the Price is Right cliffhanger theme song while we do this?
We'll need you to sing it so we don't get demonetized.
okay, so we see really consistent support at the 120 level. What is the peak there in between?
The peak 134.
29. Okay. Yeah, I'll read it.
I like it.
I'll read it.
I'll read it, dude. You know I'll read that shit.
Okay, but that means you have to buy it.
I'm gonna buy it.
Okay. Eli?
I say that's hot, to quote Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hot.
I'll buy a buck.
Hot.
By the way, guys, I did a movie with her once.
Oh,
I know.
really? What was it?
We've
Called The
every
Hills.
episode we hear about this fucking movie.
She is hot. Let's be honest.
She
I
is
mean,
hot. She's
She's
come
like-
from good stuff.
She's crazy hot. Come on. She's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Okay, again, this is where we do not mesh at all. I don't like McEnany. I don't like Paris Hilton.
See, you don't like attractive, dude. You like chicks that you could just leave in the corner, come back in an hour, they're still in the corner.
I
That's what
like-
you're looking for.
I like handsome women.
Yeah, that's fine. I respect that.
Chris, I mean, I think, Chris, I'm sure you and I probably share taste in women to an extent, but like, you have to admit, you see Paris Hilton,
Come on,
McEnany,
dude.
it's like, you have to just be like,
You'd
okay.
let her fart on your face.
Yeah,
and be happy about
wouldn't.
it.
She's a twig. I like girls with meat
She's
on
not
their
twig
bones.
anymore.
Oh, I
dude.
do
She's
too.
older. She
I
puts
like
some meat on her bones.
I like meat on the bones.
I do too.
You know,
I do
not
too.
a lot of
Listen,
makeup.
dude.
Chris,
She
Neff,
gets a
favorite-
NASCAR crew to work on that JJB hole action, dude. They get in there, they're doing pH balances and everything. That shit is pink lemonade. Enjoy it.
Chris,
Go
favorite
ahead.
porn star. Favorite porn star. That says it
Favorite
all.
Oh my
porn
God.
star?
Who's your favorite porn star? That fucking wall with a hole in it. Who do you like?
The Walt?
The wall with a hole in it.
Oh, the glory hole. I like the ones where
I don't want the ones. I want the one. I want to hear the one that you're
Well,
most
see, I
into
don't-
right now.
He likes the ones that do one porno and realize they fucked up and never heard from again.
Yeah, I like. Oh, you mean the survivors? Yeah, the ones that escape that don't.
I don't
end
know.
up dead.
I don't appreciate you characterizing women who choose to work in that industry that way. As a
Hey,
as
nobody-
a progressive, as a progressive.
Yeah,
I mean,
as a libertarian, dude, they're business people.
No, I'm all.
You're getting
for it.
spit roasted from both sides of the spectrum.
I'm
Eli's
not-
in your ass. I'm in your mouth. And we're spit roasting you right now.
I gotta
Come
say,
on, make your pick, dude.
My personal favorite.
Nicole Aniston.
She's like big fake tits.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm
I'm not
talking
big fake
old
tit
school. I'm
shaming her.
talking old before
Okay,
before she got the
okay.
work done.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
how
just
about
saying.
Tara
My
Patrick.
yeah, I mean, how about whoever started behind the green door? I don't know. It's like if we're going old school.
Whoa,
I'm
what's
talking
behind
about,
the green door?
I'm talking about who you jacked off to yesterday. That's what I'm
Oh,
talking.
dude, who did I just whack it to?
And I'm just putting my dick on the table and saying
I-
Gabriela Lopez, who,
Okay.
by the
Oh,
way,
you're just loving that shit.
I mean, she's really got a lot of meat on the bones. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So
Here's the thing.
Listen,
I will
we're
be
gonna do
completely honest.
This
I
is
will
a Cash Days After Dark episode.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
we'll stop.
let's,
I'm
let's
sorry I
get
brought
into
this
your
element.
picks,
No, no.
Neff.
hold on. I will answer the question because I've had time to think about it. I don't like a certain one. I like a certain genre, and it's amateur. And there's
Yeah.
only like one camera angle.
You're like that school of special needs people who like are the choir and they sang that song everybody's my girl everybody's my girlfriend. That's dude, everybody's my girlfriend.
I just like the homemade stuff. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so move on. Move on.
So my pick of the week is important because it is a movie. Like I said, I have not been running well the last couple weeks, but I did come across a doc. It is called The Power of the Fed. It's a frontline episode that you can watch on Amazon. And I think it's illuminating. I did learn some things, but I think there's a lot of people that don't understand what the Fed is and how it interacts in relationship to our government as a separate entity. And
People
I think it
need to know this. People need to know what the Fed is doing right now to this country. I mean,
it's a game of musical chairs.
It's not a game of musical chairs, dude. It is a game of where it's allowing a small group of people to buy everything with monopoly money. That's what's going on right now. The Fed, the fucking Amazon, Twitter, Google, these are all extensions of the US government. I mean, the Fed really is a private entity, but they all work together.
But see, I would, if I was to take a poll along the street of our readers, and not necessarily our readers, people in general, I don't think people understand that the Fed is independent of the government while also working with them at the same time.
Well, no. They don't work with them. They direct them.
Well,
okay.
correct.
The Fed directs the US government, and the IRS is a private entity. People don't realize that's another podcast, but I think it's important for people to watch a movie about the Fed, but I'd also go find independent movies about it because, you know,
and all I'm saying is this is very accessible. I think 99% of our readers have the ability to access this and watch it. So I say take a look at it. And the reason I'm not giving a pick is I mentioned at the top of the show before we brought on our stellar guest, Eli Braden, is when I'm running bad, I tend to forget my own mantra, which is pause when agitated or doubtful. And that is what I'm choosing to do this week, with the exception of CumRocket. You guys know I'm bullish on that. So I would like you to tell me to either read it or beat it on CumRocket. But I am in a mode right now where I don't want to make any mistakes and feel like I have to buy something, because that's when I make mistakes because I don't do any research. Similar to me immediately agreeing to read HBAR. But like I said, I'll ride the hot hand anytime. So go ahead, read it or beat it on CumRocket.
Eli,
I'm saying I'm reading it. I believe in the PWOUD. That's what, pause when agitated or doubtful. PWOUD. But
I didn't even have an acronym for it.
No, you have an acronym now, and I just want to say that aside, I'm because you're trusting me with the HBAR, I'm all in on the CumRocket. And by the way, I saw you had I didn't hear it, but you had Shelby Paris on.
Oh yeah, we have the whole. Okay. We're looped in to the CumRocket team.
You're looped in, yes. Okay.
Hey, Lil E, what do you think? Buy it or sell it?
I mean, I already bought it, so I've been reading it for a little bit here.
I always say, I love crypto. I know Neff's big on it. I tried to buy some CumRocket. I can't find the $2,000, but we'll find that down the line. So Neff, I'm gonna say buy it. I just don't think. I think people. I'm gonna read it. I think we need to pump the brakes to think that CumRocket could just walk right in and take up all of OnlyFans. I mean, like, we can get into who is behind OnlyFans and why wouldn't they just start another enterprise or the same group start that thing? So we'll see. I don't know. That's
regardless, though, that doesn't mean that CumRocket can't continue to pump.
No, hey, pump up the jams, pump it up. Now your feet are, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. So Neff, for me, and as well as any other readers, what is the easiest way to buy CumRocket?
Okay, so the first thing you need to do you have a MetaMask account?
I do.
Okay. Have you ever used PancakeSwap?
I have.
Okay, so what you need to do is get BNB into your MetaMask.
It's got to be BNB. You can't.
No, it has to be Smart Chain.
Okay.
Evan, correct me if I'm wrong.
It does have to be BNB Smart Chain, yes.
Okay, so what that means is you have to wash it before you get it there. So you can do that via Trust Wallet.
Yeah. So if you have, I have Trust Wallet too. So you can use Trust Wallet to buy on Pancake.
Yeah. Okay. I buy BNB in Trust, and then I switch it over to Smart, and then I send it to MetaMask. Now, the one thing you always want to remember is don't blow your entire wad when you do these swaps because you're going to need a little for gas.
Right.
And here's the thing. It pumped all the way up to like 8 cents. I haven't checked it recently to see how low it went. I thought it was going to bottom out at like 0.65 and it went lower. I want to say to 0.5. So I would still buy it in this range right now.
So the entry point you think is where it is now, which is about what?
If
It's
you're
at
holding
6
long,
right now.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you could see if it retraces. I wouldn't be surprised if it retraced down to 0.45 or 0.5. But keep in mind, this was trading under 2 cents a week ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else we got to go over, guys?
Nope. Great show. I crushed. I'm
Eli,
probably
Can
number
we
one cash daddy.
we'll vote on that when the time's due. Can you go ahead and tell us about your podcast? Because I did give it a listen and you had me from the jump.
Oh, good. Well, my podcast is called Awful Comedy with Eli Braden, and it's basically I'm the worst stand-up comedian in the world. There's no one who has ever done worse stand-up than me, and it's just if you've ever heard a terrible stand-up, listen to my podcast, and I guarantee you it is worse than the most awful comedian you've ever heard.
Where did you find that ambient noise that sounds like the perfect underground?
Chris, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm recording that in a club. Every one of those episodes was recorded live in a local comedy club in LA.
Okay, well, check it out. It was great having you, and we will have you back. And keep up with the good work. And one final question: have you ever experienced any point shaving on Family Game Night?
Absolutely not. S&P standards and practices was up. They were up our ass on everything. It's all legit, all above the board. It's all good.
Now, when they were up your ass, can we get that on OnlyFans? Is that available?
I mean, for the
content?
next couple weeks, and then we'll be moving it to ManyVids or
Okay,
CumRocket. I don't know yet.
Perfect. Circle back. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Cash Daddies. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please go to my website. We got some new dates up there. And my special hashtag No Lives Matter is now available on Monday morning, which is when you should be getting this episode. Enjoy it. It's for free.
And Eli, where can we find you on social media?
At Eli Braden, ELIBRADEN.
Thanks for joining us. E, take us home.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Shout out Kabul.